BfBB community just went live on Twitch.
Dang, I think this is 30 FPS. We'll just have to live with that. Unless I can change it. Yeah. I could stop the stream, change it to 60, and then start it again. But it would appear to be 30 FPS right now. Is that a huge deal, do you think?
Can you local record at 60 at least?
No. They're both set to 30.
Right.
Like,
if you do it quickly, then I think it's fine.
all right,
You can
let's go for it.
restart
No one will notice.
and go.
And now we fixed it also. We need to fill the chats. Yeah.
Poggers, I just got an ad. Let's go.
You just type stuff in the chat to fill it to the bottom so that way the
What in the world is this
the
ad?
screen shows it up.
Are we live again? I think so, right?
We are, yes. I need to get it all the way to the bottom, the screen, so that way the chat starts showing up. Because then the chat messages will start at the bottom, right? You see what I'm? There it is. Now we're showing up.
Yeah.
There we go. Now it's showing up. We're at the bottom now. Boggle. We got him.
Wow, Quo. SMH.
I have no idea why this doesn't... Oh, you know something? I have no chat extensions because we're coming to you live from someone else's computer, which means that we can hit a crispy 6K download. What is this? Upload speed or whatever. So we'll have no frame drops this time, but I have no chat extensions. So
nice.
We're emote free in this territory. Emote free stream. Oh, you know something? I just noticed I didn't. There we go. So I knew something was missing. That 5 minutes, I was just going to keep it there, just count it. Task time. It is task time.
Are audio levels fine, by the way, for those watching?
Tight. What's up, Speedy Cube and Skype here? This one's likely going to be shorter because we have fewer submissions. And I would like to say ahead of time, I'll say this again later, but we do not have the October competition finalized yet. So yeah, that'll be done. A video for that will be up on the 5th, ideally. It's likely
I can barely hear you, Chunk, but I don't know if that's just me or... I just increased my volume, but now I'm getting blasted by Discord notifications. Also, can I just turn Discord notifications off during a stream? Like... Wait, isn't there some streamer mode? Well, whatever. Let's not get into that now.
It is a bit louder. Okay, I can fix that. Hang on a second. I can fix it. Just give me a second. I'll get it. Okay, how's that?
I can still barely hear you.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, I'll try and talk loud for you, but OBS should hear me louder now.
So weird. Actually, I can. Well, never mind. I can't really use
You can go
Twitch.
through, yeah, you can go through Twitch audio and then hear me like 30 seconds from now. Well, it's like 3 second delay. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Real.
Okay, that should be good. There we go. D:. What's up, Dav?
Are you sure you're using the right audio device on Discord?
I believe I am. So here's the what led you to believe I was dead, Daft? What do you mean? Well, here's the risky thing. You know what? I'm gonna hide the timer because that's also the screen Discord is on. Now y'all will never know what time it is. And timer's back. Yeah, they don't have like an audio boost.
Have you
Discord?
posted a notification on the news? Oh yeah, yeah.
Is that working better?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, my ears are getting blasted. Here we
Yeah,
go.
glad I could help. Yo, what up, Pat? Gaming Vegito. We about to be Bob gaming.
All right.
So
Now I
far,
can hear you.
so far
Here we
0
go.
frame drops.
Let's go.
I tried to. I at the start of this, y'all can't see it and y'all shouldn't, but at the start of this, I had OBS like because I'm not doing this from my normal PC. I made the OBS layout on like Thursday, and I put it on a passport drive, and then I went to someone else's place who has better internet, and I just imported the scene into OBS, but then I've made a bunch of tweaks today just before stream, so it's a mess now. But there's like folders and stuff here. It's all professional. Y'all can't see it. Did y'all even know OBS had folders that you could use? I didn't.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Sounds very professional though.
30 bobs to go.
Well, only 10 now.
Now we just wait like one more second. I'm sure it'll be done any second now. Okay, there's only one more second to go. So count to 1.
0. Half.
There it goes. It's 0
3/4.
seconds.
1. Let's go.
All right. Let me hide this. Oh wait, do I have it? Oh, I don't think I have it. I don't think, you know something? Like I said, I brought a passport drive here. I think the one thing I didn't bring was the actual, like, the preview vid for this month. I'm just gonna,
Oh.
you know something though? I can pull it up though. One sec. It should be easier to pull stuff up on this computer. So I will have video for y'all up on what people were asked to do for this month's competition.
Time for some SpongeBob text to speech.
Yep. Where is it? Application. Here we go. Here we go. Here.
This stream sure screams professional.
Very professional.
Look
So
at look at
as
this
you can
image.
see, we have the explanation video right here. There we go.
What the fuck is that?
I hope this isn't gonna be too loud, but we'll just have to run it and see what happens.
In this task, competitors start at Gary with a 10-speed cruise boost. However, neither the cruise bubble nor bubble bowl are unlocked. You must kill at least 3 jellyfish and complete any 2 of the following choices. Kill 2 hammers, go through the box, collect the purple shiny, or talk to Squidward. Timing begins on the first frame of pausing and ends either by drowning as soon as the screen goes fully black, or when the text box disappears by taking the taxi. No triggers have been activated and Hans is disabled. The deadline for this challenge is September 30th at 11:59 p.m. Good luck, y'all, and may the best TAS win.
May the best TAS win
I would
indeed.
like to point something out. Right? It looked like frames were dropping. Frames were not dropping due to internet. There are 0 dropped internet frames. Apparently, the CPU cannot handle just how much quality there was packed into that video, because that was, it was a really good video. So we dropped in that span of time 1,700 frames due to encoding lag. So the internet is fine though. We're still good. But y'all got the gist of it, right? You're supposed to.
You should
Yeah.
bring up the frame where everything is on screen.
There's a frame where everything's on screen. Oh.
Yeah, with all the 4 things on the left.
Yeah. Hang on. Oh. Well. I'll need to open it again because I closed it.
Literally picking back up the one specific frame.
One specific frame?
Yeah. That one frame.
That one frame.
We TASers do be all about the one frames.
Bam. Just taking a guess. Yeah, that's pretty close. There's probably a better frame.
Well, you're missing Squidward.
I'd never miss Squidward.
There we go. So yeah, just
There's a better frame.
First area of jellyfish fields, kill 3 jellyfish, and then this task was pretty open-ended, where there were 4 objectives and you only had to complete 2, which you could choose yourself.
Yeah, that's right. Like you said, this one was a little weird. It was much different. Yeah. So, like you said, it's just a pick 2, 4 options. The options were, of course, to either collect purple shiny, go through the box. I'd like to point out that that's not super easy, as it turned out. You can talk to Squidward, or you can kill 2 hammer bots. But no matter what you do, you have to kill. I mean, at least you could do more, I guess. But you have to do at least 3 jellyfish, and you have neither cruise bubble nor cruise ball bowl.
The cruise ball bowl.
Yes, the cruise balls
is not unlocked, but we do have a cruise boost. Anyways, I think we should get into the first submission.
Yes, let's get into. All right. So in 6th place, let me change this audio device actually. In 6th place, here we go. We have.
Drum roll, please.
It's not this one. We have. Where is it? It's so disorganized now. All right. In 6th place for the September 2022 task competition, we have the amazing Aladdin with a time of 26 seconds. So
let's go.
That one. Let me try and pull it up.
That name sounds familiar. Did they submit in an earlier task, or is this the first submission?
Their first submission was last month. This is their second time making a Bob TAS, as far as I'm aware.
That's why it was familiar.
Yeah. She's very familiar. All right, I'm going to hope the audio comes through for this, and I'm going to hope it's not deafeningly loud. On my end, that was deafeningly loud. I don't know about y'all, so I'm trying to turn that down.
Oh, it's already going?
Yeah, it's what? Okay, so it's not getting. You know something?
Chat is complaining about the volume.
Okay, so it was. So you guys can hear it. Good, good. That was just. I didn't want it to be too quiet. Let's see if I can fix that. I just dropped it a bunch.
That's one jellyfish, two jellyfish. Talking to Squidward. Now, what's the last
We
talk?
can't jellyfish.
Looks like we're going to the purple shiny.
Yep. And then drowning.
And the drown.
I'm gonna probably
And
play
that's
that
time.
again. Yeah. So I'm gonna. Oh
Did you
boy.
drop any frames or?
So here's the thing. I wonder how this is gonna play out for the rest of the submissions, because apparently the CPU cannot handle playing back that vid, right? I wonder how it's gonna handle the other ones, because this one is playing through YouTube. The other ones will not be. The other ones are downloaded. So if it's too bad on the next one, then I will try and do something about that.
Can you try setting the quality options on YouTube so it's like potato?
Let's find out. But I'm gonna do that again with the volume off, just in case it was very loud for y'all. I'm not certain. I'm gonna take a look at that again, if it's possible. Yeah. Well, I mean, if it struggles to render now, that's a problem. So as we, oh man, I just have to apologize for that. We can't, because we can't see like the jellyfish and stuff. So should I could restart the stream with
Oh no.
with with an easier encoder setting. Would that work for y'all? Should I do that? Because it will drop the frames due to encoding lag otherwise, and I'm not certain how it's going to handle doing the other submissions. This is 480.
I
You
think
say
you should go for it.
He said someone said go for it. It's if Skype here told me to. What can I say?
True.
And we should be back right about now. We should be living.
Hello, hello. We picked up some frames.
Frames are being picked up. I'm going. Oh yeah, no. So let's see if it can survive playing back a vid now. We see. Okay, it works now. It works.
Yo, actually.
Let's go. Okay. So now that we can properly show this, because that was a bit of a disaster before. We're gonna for real this time. That was our practice run. That was our warm up for the day. Welcome to the start of the stream. Hey, I'm just gonna play this again and try and talk about it. So this is taking a direct line to both because there's actually, is that 3? Yeah,
this is the third.
I did not realize you could get 3 jellyfish just from taking that line. That's actually pretty good. He gets the Squidward talk, which is one of the 2 things that he has to complete. The other one being this purple shiny right here before we drown. And yeah, that ends at 26 seconds. In 6th place, we have the amazing Aladdin.
So the 2 options that Aladdin went for were talking to Squidward and getting the purple shiny.
Mm-hmm. Talking to Squidward, I mean, it turns out to be decently fast. I did not think it would be fast, but at least from this, it's because you can open and close.
You mean like in this
generally.
route or just in general?
Just in general. I was like, Squidward's he's slow poke, that guy.
Okay.
He doesn't know nothing about speed or TASing, so.
By the way, David made like an image with all the collectibles on the map, right? Do you
Yes,
have
he
that
did.
image?
Ooh, I can, uh, I can get it.
If it's not too
Mm,
much of trouble, then it might be
Time me,
worth
time me.
showing.
I'll get it right now. Open original. Okay, well, it's gonna go ahead and
Right, there we
it's
go.
gonna go ahead and show this stuff anyway. Yeah.
So here you see at the top, there's the yellow arrow. That's how you start. And now we can see which 3 jellyfish Aladdin went for on the way to Squidward. And then the majority of the time of his or their tasks uh, looks like the majority of the time was to go from Squidward to the purple shiny, which is at the bottom of this image.
Yeah, I do wonder, you probably can't with a 10 speed. I think you need at least like a 15 or 16 to make it from around where Squidward is straight to well, not straight to the island, but you can make like a stop by the
I mean, like
mainland.
around,
It's
like
like
with
more
using
or
the kill
less.
send.
Oh, something I hadn't considered that. Do wonder if you could
Me
make
neither.
it.
I just I just got that idea
Yeah,
somehow, but
I
yeah.
do wonder if you could cut across like the kill sand and get to the purple shiny. That would be interesting. But I was thinking like, you'd go from the Squidward to like where the box is to like where the sort of the mainland is to your left up here, and then you can bash and slam over to the purple shiny, which is like a more
Yeah.
direct route. But that takes like a 17 speed to kind of make that jump.
I think what's also worth mentioning about Aladdin's route is that uh, the 2 tasks he didn't go for were the kill 2 hammers and go through the box, which both require you to go up to the higher section of the level, right? Because that's where all the hammers are, and that's where the box is where you can enter.
This is true. Yeah. Yeah, this whole one was basically just it wasn't it was on a lower ground because everything like you said the box, the hammers, there's many more hammers than I initially thought, but like, there's 2 kind of in that main area when you first go up, and then apparently there's like a bunch more behind them.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, on to
Well, GG's to Aladdin.
GG's, the amazing Aladdin.
The
Which
amazing Aladdin.
thing am I gonna? There we go. What does it say behind this? Where is this? Oh, this. Yeah.
From the
So
shiny to Squid Game. Okay, Speedy Cube.
all right, in 5th place, we have. It worked. We have Biker Bones, with a time of 23.86 seconds.
I'm excited to see whether he used Xbox or Dolphin this time.
Yeah. Well, there's that, and also I do want to read it because he took time to write a write-up, and I'm remembering them this time.
Let's go.
So, because this one actually went under quite a few revisions, if I understand correctly. Here we go. This is Biker's description of his task. Much happier with this submission than the August submission. Actually utilized frame advance this time, and this is the fourth revision of my submission. First one was 2,207 frames. The second one was 1965 frames. Third one was 1475 frames. Huge jump there. And this one was 1430, he says. Though the real counts are actually a little less than these numbers, apparently.
All right.
There's a little more to this, by the way. There was just some parentheses. In the initial revision, I opted to drown instead of take the taxi because I had misread the original post about the rules for this month, which cost me some time turning around to angle myself so that when I talked to Squidward, I'd just glide across the kill sand to the lake next to him. In V2, I switched to taking the taxi, and then in V3 and V4, I did this current route. I think the time save between V3 and V4 came from getting a more favorable manip on the first hammer, less spinning and walking off a few ledges instead of jumping, as well as cleaner lines overall. Route V1 and V2 took me like 45 seconds to come up with. Route V3 and V4 took like 5 minutes to brainstorm. So yeah, that was Biker's process for making this. He put a lot of work into it. 4 revisions right there. Yeah. So with that, let's bring up Bikers. I have no idea. Why is this lowered down all of a sudden? Wait, what happened here? Look.
I mean, the previous one was from YouTube, right?
Yeah, but this one was downloaded and it's like it's lower. Something's gone awry. So okay, well the top quarter is like gone. I don't know how this has been achieved. Let me just tell that close and reopen. Huh. So I sincerely apologize, Biker, but we're only gonna see like the bottom 7/8 of this one.
All right, we're going up this time,
Uphill.
killing the hammer boss.
Conveniently, there's 2 of them here, yeah.
And that's 1 jellyfish, 2 jellyfish, and number 3. Ooh, that barely makes it. There we go.
And there we go. 23.86 seconds from Biker Bones. That was revision 4.
That's a massively different route.
Yeah. It's pretty much the exact opposite because it just, well, one, it gets different objectives, but it also goes up here.
It does the opposite of objectives. Oh, no, it doesn't, because it doesn't go through the box. Never mind.
Yeah. And stuff with, like, oh, that's saying, yeah, I wonder how much this displacement actually gives, because he goes, like, pretty far out here. And still manages to actually make it to the island, despite starting so low. Actually, it looks...
and the slam barely makes it onto the grass. I was kind of like expecting it to make it onto the lower part there, which would have cost a bit of time.
Yeah, but then I do...
So this looks like it was made with Dolphin, right?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware. Well, yeah, you know, the B button on the text box and such.
True. Yeah.
But yeah, this was made on Dolphin with frame advance. Xbox, who, you know what I mean? Who even uses Xbox? GameCube all the way. But yeah. So, on to number 4, I suppose. We have in 4th place. That's not the one I meant to do. In 4th place, we have... There we go. We have Skywise with a time of 20.51 seconds.
Wait, but Skywise is known for submitting RTA submissions.
You know
this
something?
makes me very curious.
I'm not certain if this was or wasn't. Actually, it's a mystery to me. So I guess only one person knows.
Did Skywise not talk about this or write something up?
I'm looking through it. Okay, well, she did. It says, definitely not the most optimal way to do this route, but this recording was cool.
There we go.
Yeah, that was the details of it. But as for the time it took, this is the longest I have seen Sky work on a task. 50 minutes. That's an all-time record.
50?
50, yes.
Wow.
So this one's really something. Let's see it.
I'm curious.
That's not it. That's well, you know, let's see that intro again. Okay, this one's properly framed, I think. Yes. Okay.
Looks good.
More or less.
Turning the other way. Wait. Did the other hammer die by itself? Oh, and opting for a bash jump spin instead.
Yeah. So yeah, that was one of the main strats for this one, is leading this first hammer out here. And I mean, you can kind of see it start to turn away here, but I suppose just as soon as it loses interest on you, it just turns around. You've set it up for the goo right there.
And there come the shinies.
Yep. So yeah, actually, I mean, you could check whether or not your strats actually work if you get the correct amount of shinies, because each hammer bot gives 25 shinies, I think. They're the only bot that gives 25.
It sounds like they use Dolphin though. So yeah. I really don't know if they use tools or not.
Well, Skywise has used Dolphin before, but real time.
Yeah.
You know, the world may never know.
Yeah.
Biker route. Yeah, this one is biker route.
It is the same route, just
it's patented.
like the biggest differences I think is the turnaround at the start and using the hammer manip.
As well as
And I guess not slamming, but doing a bash
you know
instead.
something? I do wonder if slamming or bashing's faster, because this also spins. And as we all know, spinning loses 3 frames. Just saying, that lost 3 frames.
I guess that is true, but I don't
So.
think that compares to the difference between a bash and a slam.
But the slam is spinless though. Spinless.
I think Biker also did a spin, by the way.
He did? Oh. Well, I gotta trust you on that one. But yeah, this, I mean, this could be real time. It's difficult to say.
We're already close to sub 20, by the way.
Sub 20? Will we break the 20-second barrier?
Times are dropping fast.
Cha-ching, as they say. So yeah, that was Skywise's submission. In third place, I was gonna make the wrong thing visible. In third place, we have Chunk with a time of 1868. It's like,
who's this dude?
Just
Is he
barely
new?
a sub 20. Yeah, this guy's pretty new. It's
I think this is Chunk's first submission.
yeah, it's only like the 4th submission he's made for.
And he
like
already
one of
made
these
a sub 20.
digits.
Let's go.
1868. Interesting. That was I don't actually know what happened in the year 1868. I was gonna say interesting year, but I can't confirm. I'm not a fake fan of 1868. Well, I am actually, but you know. This one's still up here. We need this one. I don't know what happened with the framing on all of these, by the way. You can see there's like black bars on the top and bottom. It was not this way. I don't know what happened to the top and bottom of them when I moved this.
It's fine.
It's fine, yeah. All right, let's see it. Excuse me? Start at the beginning? Thank you.
Ooh, wow. With just a double jump spin.
It is, you know something? It is dropping frames trying to keep up with this one. I have an idea. What if we make it way small, right? We make it
Okay.
way small. Will it render it easier? Let's find out.
I don't think you need to make it that small.
It's dropping no frames. All right, so in that case, I'll push my luck a little bit, but we're gonna have to go small. I was gonna make it small and then like scale it up again, but I don't know how to do that. This will work, I guess. This does drop some frames. Nah, it drops too many frames. We're gonna just live with this. There we go.
This double jump spin at the start is very interesting.
Yeah,
And that's one jellyfish. I think that's 2 hammers.
it's both
There's
hammers
the
right there.
second jellyfish, the third jellyfish. And a jump spin jump to the purple.
Jump, spin, jump. not real speed runs, says, and I quote,
Under
bad PC Omega, lol. Yeah, I
jump,
mean,
spin, jump sure is an underrated tech.
it was, yeah, true. I don't actually know which one takes you farther, a jump, jump, spin, or a jump, spin, jump. I think it's very situational, like based on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
height
yeah.
you need.
I think so too.
But, you know, bad PC or bad Wi-Fi, that's the trade-off we make. And honestly, I think bad PC is better than bad Wi-Fi. You know?
It also has to do with turning, because during the spin you can't turn around.
This is
So
true.
so depending on where you have to turn mid-air, you either want to delay the spin or not. But yeah.
You just also, by the way, okay, so about this jump, you barely make this. There's, as far as I can tell, only one frame where you actually like land and just go up this lip, because there's like two little ledges right here. This is it's one frame with this combination of jumping, spinning, and jumping that you can make it to there. Just barely get up.
I don't think I was able to get this myself, actually. I tried doing something like this as well, but I wasn't able to make it all the way with just a jump, jump, spin.
Yeah, it required like going farther out. As you can see, I did a little turn right there. So I had to go farther out on the mainland here rather than taking a straighter line. Just to have a little more ground before you start falling. And of course, double jump to drown. I do actually wonder if that's faster or slower than slamming. I did not test that.
So this is the same route, mostly speaking, as Sky and Biker.
If you think about it,
I
it
guess,
is, yeah.
I guess the biggest difference is right at the start, where you have a very cool way of going up.
Yeah, I'm gonna admit something right here. I was so determined and so motivated when I made this. Well, one, I didn't test any other routes, more or less. I just decided on these objectives, and that was that. So I went hard on just optimizing every frame I could get out of this route. So that's the limit of specifically taking this route. Everything here was as optimized as it could go, which includes the start right here. You know, originally it's like, you know, bash jump or bash slam to make it up here.
Yeah.
But of course, you can just barely make it to this lower ledge. Up to that higher ledge, you're not making that without a bash or a slam.
I wonder how much of a difference that makes.
Some amount of frames. I don't remember it.
Did you actually time it?
I timed so many different things, but they all had the same like core objectives, but so many different routes for those objectives, and this was ultimately the fastest. Of course, you want to lead the one hammer into this puddle goo thing right here. I had considered the idea at one point because there's these tiki stacks, and tikis will give you a displacement. If it gives you like a displacement of 50, that's like the equivalent to like 10 frames of walking or 5 frames with a 10 speed.
So it's worth the spin, right?
Yeah, if you think about it, that saves. If you need a spin to break some tikis, you come out with 2 frames saved there. But I think that I couldn't figure out a way to not make it lose more to go out of my way for them. This spot was the likeliest, and it didn't work out. So yeah.
Makes sense. It also takes a while to fall with the Tiki. Alright.
Alright, 1868. We got him.
The moment of truth is coming up.
Have
I finally managed to win one of these?
Has he done it? We'll see with number which one is it? Now for the real competitors, as Daft says. Daft's words, not mine. Here we go. In second place, we have Skypearer with a time of 18.58.
Let's go.
So, this one's small too. This one did not start small.
With another impressive time though. Wow.
I'm not seeing things. Y'all saw the top of that disappear, right? This started out full frame and then the top of the vid disappeared. I was just moving it up. What? Why is it shrinking the more I move this around? Can I reset the transform on this?
Speech at Smiley. Yep.
You know what it is?
I think we're first going to look at Skypearer's submission.
What? Where is it
What
going?
is happening?
So,
what are you doing?
look, I'm making it bigger, and at some point, it just cuts off the top of it. Oh! My goodness, I know what it is. This is why no one uses OBS folders. I have this in a folder, and that's like restricting where it can go. Watch, it's gonna be fine now. Yeah, it doesn't cut it off anymore. So that's what the problem was. That's why no one uses OBS's folders. Yeah, now it's fine.
This stream screams professional.
Very professional. We were using folders and everything. There it goes. Bye. There we go. Perfectly framed. We see the whole thing. Nice. What up, Viker? We're watching Skypura's submission now. Second place. Let's see it.
Here we go. Ooh, a ledge grab.
That looks like a long jump though. It's a very nice looking jump, very long.
And that's one. Whoa, that's a... Wow, I did not know that was possible. Slamming a jellyfish like that. Very interesting. And
he's been taken
how
away.
is it possible that this is like 0.1 second difference from your submission?
It's specifically 9 frames. It's 9 frames faster.
Actually crazy.
Yeah, that's just the power of objectives and routing. These objectives are objectively better than the maxed out version of the other objectives, which is, of course, these objectives being, talking to Squidward, taking the taxi. I thought there was no way that, like, Squidward taxi combo would be faster just because it's so far away. Like, look at this distance we travel. And yet it's somehow faster.
Part of it is because of the taxi pad being an instant finish instead of having to wait for the drowning animation, right?
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's pretty balanced though. Like the fact that these two are so close shows that there isn't like there's an obvious winner once you max them out. But like in the process of making these, there isn't one that's obviously faster,
Absolutely.
Like having choices that are close to each other is much more interesting. Making a lot of use of prop bounces. But yeah, usually ledge grabs are pretty slow because they're like a whole 60 frames.
Did Skypura not have something to say, by the way?
Oh, thank you so much. This is why we need multiple people working on this. Let me see. It's kind of tough to say. Skypura, third from the bottom. Google Forms is such a mess.
Wait, Biker,
if
you
we have
knew
something
that
better
you
to
can
use
ledge
than
grab
this.
there? I honestly didn't know you can ledge grab that.
Was ledge grabbing faster, Skypura? I mean, I'm pretty sure you tested both, but like, did ledge grabbing turn out to be faster than bashing and slamming? I'm most certain you. Well, I'm decently confident you tested both, but in case you did or didn't. I'm trying to figure. Oh, here it is. Okay. So 1, 2, 3.
You couldn't find a way to make slamming work. Do you mean with killing the hammer bot? Because that does make sense. Because when you do the slam, you can't do a spin until the complete animation is finished. Wait, so what's going on, Chunk?
All right, yeah, I was just waiting for y'all to talk. So I did eventually figure out which words were Skypura's, and I
right.
quote. Wait, I do not quote. 26. Okay. Let me know if these were your words or not, Skypura, because it doesn't tell me whose are whose, so I have to deduce that with math. Had fun making this. This was a lot different to the previous ones where there was no CBing. Also, movie.
True.
Were those your words, Skypura? Do you claim movie? Okay, mine's The one with the movie. Okay.
movie.
In that case, oh, I would say how long it took to make, but it's okay. It freed me. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not certain which response yours was on how long it took to make. Unless someone like puts their name in the description, I can't really figure out whose is whose.
Maybe Skype here can say it in chat.
Yeah, if you remember. Also, yeah, August 2022 task competition. Any mods in chat? Nah, I don't think so. Oh, I just noticed what he meant by the slam thing. Because he just has the hammer button near him so he can spin immediately and take
Yeah,
a line
it's-
straight to it. Yeah. I
It's,
did not
it's
notice.
not just it's not just straight up time loss because you're waiting a second. Because during that time, the hammer is walking towards you, so it's not just time wasted.
Yeah, and that allows
Which
him
is
to take
interesting.
a very straight line here. Like just right to the jellyfish, pretty much.
This
wonder-
jellyfish slam is so. I like that.
8 hours, Skypier claims for this.
Very unique.
I did see as well, he jumped before the spin. Was that to like land on
8
that
hours.
ledge? Was that to like land on the ledge with more down momentum so it pushes you further or something? Jumping before you spin, that is. Yeah, needed to get down momentum. That makes sense. And it wouldn't lose any time, I don't think. You just need to change up when you spin. Movement matters. It do matter, though. These are some clean lines right here. Also, I just noticed
Yeah.
SpongeBob is being covered by the frame counter. See ya, Bob.
Ow. Thanks, Squidward.
All right, so, there's one more.
Wonder who won.
I have no clue. I cannot. It is no longer in my memory bank. Who is in first place? So let's reveal it.
Drum roll, please.
In first place of the September 2022 BfBB TAS competition, we have Smiley with a time of 17.2. It's very
Oh
fast.
my god.
It's a
No
whole
way.
second right there. First place. Is this your? You've had first place before, right? Just like
well,
overall
like a year ago
in a
when
past life.
or 2 years ago when I organized these with clicks. The last time we did one, I won, but ever since you started them back up, I haven't been able to win. I always missed the first place by just a little bit. So I'm very glad to finally win one of these.
He's back, guys. He made it. He's clawed his way back into first place. Let's see. Let's bring this out of here. It's tiny.
Do you have the? I
They're
had
all
some
tiny.
text.
Yeah,
that you can
I'll bring
read,
it up
right?
once I make this big.
Yeah.
There we go. Nice and big. Okay. Let's see. I should probably be able to figure out which one it is. Let's see if I know. Oh, yeah, you put your name on it. Thanks. So, Smiley says, I came up with 3 reasonable choices of the 2 out of 4. So I had to do quite some testing to figure out what the best choices were. I also decided to use task input for the first half, where I had to make some turns which were very hard to optimize. So the second half could have been more optimized, but it would not have made as big of a difference. So I'm pretty satisfied overall. Satisfied indeed, it would seem, because this is over a second of time save.
Yeah.
What was I saying? There was Man, my memory fails me these days. I'm looking for where the vid went in OBS. Here it is. Okay. Let's see it.
The hammer manipes.
Can't jellyfish today. I'm going fishing for
GG, 17.2 seconds. So one thing I want to say is this really shows the power of like testing all of your ideas. Like you have to test every idea, because if you just like, you wouldn't even really consider this at first, you know, it doesn't seem like it would be fast until, you know, you've tested out multiple ideas.
Absolutely. This was like my last idea, and then it just turned out to be fast.
But yeah,
My first
go for it, sorry.
idea was to just use the box, because it just makes sense. Looking at the 4 objectives, it just makes sense. Like if you go into the box, then Squidward is right there, so that has to be fast, right? But then entering the box turned out to be quite the hassle. So maybe worth talking a bit about the box, because it would seem like an obvious choice, but one issue with the box is that you can't just enter it, because for some reason, like you have 2 kinds of boxes. Sometimes you have to open both boxes before you can enter them. In this level, that is half the case, but for some reason there is a trigger by the box up where if you touch the trigger, then for some reason you can enter the box without opening the first one. So it turned out to be very strange, but in practice, what it came down to is that you had to turn around like 360 degrees. First open the box, touch the trigger, and then enter the box, which was very slow.
Yeah, so
that was my first idea.
Yeah. So essentially what Smiley was saying there with the box is, y'all know how, like, the side of the box, basically there's 2 sides you can come at it from, let's say front or back. If you come at it from the front, which is to say, like, I guess the intended way of coming at it, where there's like that little seesaw thing, you know, that seesaw to our right in front of us there. If you come at it from that side, it'll just put up a text box of like, this is a box. You go through it when they're both open. And then if you go in it, nothing's going to happen. But for whatever reason, like he said, if you avoid all that and enter it from like the other side, like, you know, where the gate and duplicatron stuff is, if you just come at it from that side, you know, facing towards the box, it just opens and you can go through it. But it's obviously quite difficult, or it proves quite difficult to get up there, turn around. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. So when I realized that was not as fast as I initially expected, I tried looking into other options, and the first thing I thought of was what Chunk, Sky, and Biker did, which is getting the purple shiny and drowning. So I'm glad that eventually I figured that this was also a good option, because this turned out to be the fastest.
Yeah,
But
gotta test every idea.
I completely created the task already, where I did the 2 hammers and then the purple. And only after I was done tasking did I consider that this might just be faster.
Do you remember how fast that one was with the
The way I made it was a little over 19 seconds, I think. So it would have been 3rd place.
But even this startup here, like, this is, when you look at it as a whole, this keeps it like very close. Like this is a very, it's long, but it's like a very tight route. Like the actual space you take up going up here and then turning, you spend like you go very little out of your way up here in reality. And then from here, we're just basically facing Squidward, so we just have to take some little detours, you know, hitting this jellyfish. It's a very convenient spot for a jellyfish, actually. It's, you know, it only works in this scenario.
Yeah.
Also, what is this?
Oh, true. Yeah, the hitboxes there are a bit weird. I don't know.
Yeah,
It
I don't
just
know how
worked
you were able
out.
to jump that.
Also interesting, right at the end, I first slide down the ledge and then do a tap jump into the taxi, such that I get the displacement from the ledge. But at first, when I did just a full jump, because it was easier, that taxi actually didn't work anymore. Because I didn't touch the ground in time or something. You have to touch the ground for the taxi to come, I think.
Really?
So I
I
had to
have
do a
no
tap
idea.
jump.
Yeah, you managed to get
Uh,
both displacements here. As we all
yeah.
know, ledges kind of move you forward some amount. That's how like ledge bowls and stuff work because it traps the displacement. But even without the bowl, just having them move you more in one frame tends to save just a handful of frames, just a few.
Yeah, it's pretty negligible, but it's kind of neat.
It'll add up
Uh,
for sure,
I,
yeah.
I guess it's also worth talking just a little bit about why I decided to use TAS input at the start. It has to do with the way optimizing turns with a cruise boost works. Because if you do like real time speed runs with a cruise boost, then you just want to hold back on the joystick if you want to turn around. But that obviously reduces your speed. So what you can do in a TAS is hold back just enough so that you turn, but you don't actually walk backwards. So it's kind of like tiptoeing backwards. And
Yeah,
that's what lets you turn optimally while still going forward.
I guess I imagined it, but for whatever reason I thought, because little known fact, if you do the minimum input for that stick can do, it doesn't even tiptoe. It will turn you, but your character just kind of stays idle. So
Yeah,
I'm
that's
for whatever reason, because I saw this, I guess my mind filled in the blank. I'm like, oh, it was so tight, he didn't even tiptoe on it. But yeah, this start here was interesting. I just noticed as well. I don't know what caused this, but sometimes your like turn walk animation is just really slow. Like you look at
yeah,
this
yeah,
part is
yeah.
just
That's
drawn
that's
out.
that's has to do with the fact that I'm holding the angle so that he doesn't tiptoe. But because I was walking, because I was already walking, the walking animation doesn't stop, but for some reason just slows down or something. It's kind of strange, but also kind of funny.
Yeah, occasionally in tasks you'll see him just kind of like land and turn or something like that. That's the one I think I most commonly see is like landing from a jump and turning, and he just kind of like slows down, I guess, but he keeps turning.
Smiley bullies innocent robots to suicide. Yep.
But it gets him those dubs though, first place. Do what you
True.
got to do, you know. So yeah,
Was I think there was the only one who made two hammers uh, run into the goo, right? I think the
yeah,
others all
definitely.
at least spun one of them.
Yeah, it's a pacifist run here, so it's
Kind of
not,
funny.
you know, until the
Well,
jellyfish.
not if you count the jellyfish.
First like 9 seconds are pacifist run.
Yeah, GG's.
GG's, Smiley. And GG's, everyone. Sky Pure, Chunk, Sky Weiss, Biker Bones, and the amazing Aladdin. Thank you all for participating. It does mean a lot to us, you know, and hopefully y'all enjoyed this too. I mean, that's kind of the whole point. So we will, I don't have, like I said, I don't have a vid for October's task competition. We're gonna take a different direction on it, I think, if I understand correctly what we're gonna do, which I don't think I fully understand it yet. But on the 5th, we should have something posted for what that's gonna be. So yeah, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for participating. GG's.
I can't wait to see who joins the next one.
And